Well, good morning, and nice to see a nice crowd down here in Pepsi Arena. One thing I've participated in carloads.
Third, they'll be selling 323 Performance Plus range-ready bulls. Over 200 of the bulls are 17 to 19-month-old fall yearling bulls, and 120 spring yearling bulls, 12 to 14 months of age. 99% of the sale bulls are sired by breed-leading AI sires. The sale bulls feature 79-pound average birth weight with 875-pound actual weaning weight. And the Judd Ranch has been breeding Gelbvieh genetics for over 30 years. They're honored to have been the #1 Dam of Merit program.
Two exceptional pins in our second class of our Gelbvieh pin show. Here again, and we're going to select our grand champion pin of Gelbvieh bulls out of these three sets of bulls out here. If the exhibitors would, just bring them out and face them this way. One thing I want to make a comment. I really admire one thing about all three pins of these calves, the condition they came before us. I really like the way that scan data reads, the amount of condition they have on them. They have enough to still express their growth, their muscle structure and everything. Showing these cattle anymore, I see so many cattle that would read twice, 3 times that of rib fat, back fat and everything. And I really admire this. These bulls have been
We've got just a couple minutes here. Andrea Murray is going to talk about the junior heifer raffle.
Well, I'd like to thank everybody for coming down to the Pen Show first. It's exciting to see this many people here. I would just like to invite and encourage everyone. We've got
Judd Ranch exhibits the champion Gelbvieh pin of 5. I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce the American Gelbvieh Association Board of Directors. A number of them are with us today. Scott Starr is the president, John Carroll is the vice president, Clint Sickler, secretary, Walter Teeters, the treasurer, and also on the board are Andrea Murray, Jeff Swanson, Dennis Guston, Randy Seeknick, Leland Clark, Doug Hughes, Dustin Ahern, Jeff Lovelace, Derek Martin, Dan McCarty, and Lowell Rogers. We'll be starting the Balancer Pin Show in just a couple minutes, and just before we do that, we'll have Callahan Grun, the Junior Association President, say a few words.
Well, thank you guys for all coming here this morning. I just wanted to get a quick plug out there real quick before these guys came in with the Balancers. I wanted to say that we have the Rippey Heifer donation tickets again this year. We want to thank the Rippey family again for donating that heifer like they graciously have been in the past. Contact any one of the board members, myself, Kyle Veggie, Grady Hammer right here, and Anna Ring are all here for some tickets. and Wyatt. I don't know where Wyatt's at, but Wyatt's running around here somewhere. Contact any one of us for some tickets before the donation and the raffle tonight at the national sale. I know the Murray boys are running around with some tickets as well. We've got tickets up on the hill, so don't hesitate to reach out to one of us, and we'll get you guys some tickets for a really nice heifer. She's not currently here right now. She's at home. Didn't have room to bring her up to Denver here, so we'll get her delivered wherever the winner gets it from. So reach out to any one of us if you need a ticket. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Callahan. So we're ready to begin the Balancer Pen Show. Our first group of bulls in Class 344 is from Green Hills Gelbvieh, Walter and Lee Teeter, and their operations located in central North Carolina. It's family-owned, fifth-generation operation. They run 300 to 350 Gelbvieh, Balancer, and Angus and commercial cows. They focus on marketing homozygous black and polled cattle that work both in the pasture and the show ring. Their sale bulls are developed on a commodity ration while grazing pasture. They've been in the business for 31 years. And they have an annual bull sale the first weekend in December in Lebanon, Tennessee, the Boys from the South Bull Sale. Our judge for today is Eldon Krebs for Gordon, Nebraska, and we appreciate Eldon being here and evaluating the Gelbvieh and Balancer Pen Show. He operates the Krebs Ranch, which is a family operation. They primarily raise registered Angus cattle, selling 400 bulls a year, and Eldon first exhibited at the National Western in 1958. He's been here every year since. That's a total of 60 years. And thank you for being here today, Eldon.
For our first class of our balance show, I think we got two pins that are really interesting. They're very similar in their total makeups between the three bulls. Our first pin of bulls, the first two bulls in the ring, a little more moderate size kind of bulls, flesh and ease, a little more flesh and ease bulls. Then we come in with a little larger frame kind of a bull that's going to be mature out to be a little bit bigger bull. Both of them are excellent both pins are excellent in their movements and stuff like that. But like I started saying, then our second pin come in. We got two real beef bulls, kind of a really deep rib kind of a bulls. We come in with a little larger frame bull that's exceptionally long. Both bulls, all pins are very, very adequate in their total makeup. I would like to see a little more testicular development on both pins. I realize they're just March calves, but I'd still like to see a little bit more. But I'm going to use our second pin that came in to win the class. Just a little more expression, a little longer muscle right through the center of that quarters. And I think they just have a little more depth of rib, a little more length of spine to me. And then we'll use our first pin in for second. Thank you.
So the class winner of Class 344 is Beestrom Gelbvieh, and second place is Green Hills Gelbvieh. Our third entry in Class 343 is from Taubenheim Gelbvieh. The bulls have an average weight of 1,200 pounds and an average weight per day of age of 3.5 pounds. Taubenheim Gelbvieh is located near Amherst, Nebraska. Their annual bull sales on February 5th. It's a family operation of Dale and Jeanette and Mike and Renee and their sons. And they're offering 100 stout-made purebred and balancer bulls that are the cattleman's kind, a large selection of homozygous black and homozygous polled bulls. Sires include Gunnison, Payweight, Resource, Multitool, Unanimous, and Top Gun. They run 600 head of registered Gelbvieh and balancer cows and utilize an extensive AI and ET program. Focus on breeding structurally sound cattle that are maternal yet excel in muscle with good carcass quality. They started breeding cattle in 1980, which is 37 years ago. Their bulls are developed on a high roughage ration. In 2017, Taubenheim sold 300 plus head of Gelbvieh and balancer cattle that they had fed out, sold the cattle to Tyson, and those cattle averaged 98% choice or better and were 94% yield grades 1, 2, and 3. Our fourth entry in this class is from Warner Beef Genetics. Dan and Kate Warner and their family. The operation is located near Arapahoe, Nebraska. Their spring bull sales on March 6th at the ranch. They also have a sale November 17th in Wichita Falls, Texas, the Red River Bull Sale. And they are selling 150 fall and spring-born yearling balancer bulls every year. The operation runs 450 registered balancers, Gelbvieh, and Angus cows, and in addition 650 commercial Angus and balancer cows. Their bulls are developed on a high roughage ration, and they've been breeding Gelbvieh cattle for over 25 years. The 3 bulls in the pen today have an average weight of 1,123 pounds and an average weight per day of age of 3.4. The 5th and final entry in Class 343 is from the Bar Arrow Cattle Company. The bulls have an average weight of 1,074, average weight per day of age of 3.4. Bar Arrow Cattle is operated by Stuart Jarvis and family, and their sale is the second Tuesday in March. That'll be March 13th this year at the ranch north of Phillipsburg, Kansas. They'll be selling 80 black and red balancer and purebred Gelbvieh bulls, and they'll also be selling 20 open heifers. It's a family operation that involves dryland farming, commercial cow-calf, and seed stock. The bulls are developed on silage, wet distillers, and hay for longevity, and they've been in business for over 35 years. Stuart's a good mentor of other young people. Adam Sint, the 2017 Commercial Producer of the Year for the Gelbvieh Association, worked for Stuart and is a protege of his.
This class has got a wow factor to it. Excellent, excellent set of bulls. Here's a class that you don't want to put anybody third, you don't want to put anybody fourth, you don't want to put anybody fifth. Give them a round of applause. This is good cattle. My wife has always told me I've got a bad disease. My hobby, my passion, and my full-time job is looking at good cattle. And we're looking at some awful, awful good cattle today. We're going to start off with this pin right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Read the numbers. Look at the cattle. Big stout bulls, big top, big volume bulls. Got some Springer rib to them, got some bone, really good foot under them, and very uniform. Great intertesticular development. A pin of bulls that's really hard for me to turn down today. They will win your class. Second in the class is going to be a set of maybe a little more moderate frame bulls, but have the same phenotype, have the same characteristics about them. They're big top, they got some forearm, they got some chest floor to them, also very sound. Maybe not quite the degree of bone that our class winner does, but look at the arithmetic on the cavities and the CEDs and stuff like that. A set of 3 calves that really fit together well. Stout, really stout out through them hooks, the pins. Them pins are spread where they should be. Again, a really nice class that I would say some years would win this class extremely easy. My third place bulls over here is one of my favorite pins. When you want style, look, length of front end, length of spine, them calves really excel. They probably give up a little bit of true muscle structure throughout their skeletal makeup. Here's one calf. I'd like to see a little larger testicular development in there, but I like them just because they got that look. You know, all of us sell feeder cattle and everything else. You got to like the looks of them when they walk in the ring, and these 3 bulls over here have the look. Red bulls, it's going to be fourth down there. Big, muscular kind of bulls, big top bulls. Got some dimension to them, got some stoutness to them. Maybe not quite as sound as a couple of the pins up above them, but I do like the muscle structure about them. Fifth pin down there, same thing. There's one individual in there that let off that pin is a great one. So balanced up, so smooth made kind of a bull. The other 2 bulls probably didn't match him quite as well, and we got maybe a structure problem in one bull down there, but that leadoff bull's a great one. Nice class of bulls.
Thank you, Evan. So our class winner is Judd Ranch, and second is Warner Beef Genetics. Third in class 343 was Beeler Gelbvieh. Fourth was Bar Arrow Cattle Company, and fifth was Taubenheim Gelbvieh. Our final class in the balancer pin of 3 portion of the show is class 343. A single entry in this class from Black Gold Genetics. The bulls have an average pin weight of 1,084 pounds and an average weight per day of age of 3.3. Black Gold Genetics is operated by Mark and Janelle Crane at Pridgett, Colorado. They have an annual sale March 5th at the ranch. They'll be selling 100 head of 14 to 16-month-old bulls. It includes 60 head of balancer bulls and 40 head of Angus bulls. They'll be 100% polled, with the majority being AI sired. The Cranes run 250 registered cows, with 100 commercial cows being used as recipients in their embryo program. And their 120 bulls are developed on a high roughage ration and wheat pasture. They've been breeding Gelbvieh and balancer genetics for 25 years. Following this class, we'll have the selection of the champion and reserve champion balancer pins of 3.
Only a single entry in this division. They're Novembers and I think 1 December, 2 Novembers. First thing that hit me about these 3 bulls, they might be the 3 widest tracking bulls that we've seen all day. They come in the ring, watch them going down there. They've got some base up under them, and you really, really appreciate that about them. Green in their condition, muscle structure, the way it tails into their skeletal makeup, I really like. Bulls that don't have the highest weight per day of age, but for as green as they are, they have enough. Bulls that'll be able to see a lot of service this summer.
So at this time, we're getting ready to select the champion balancer pen of 3. As you view the cattle from the left, the first pen down on the left is exhibited by Beestrom Ranch, which is a class winner. Judd Ranch had the class winner from the second class of pen of 3, and then Black Gold is a class winner from the final class, which was a single entry. And then the fourth pen is second place in class, Green Hills Gelbvieh, and on the right-hand side is Warner Beef Genetics, which was second in their class. So the champion pen of 3 Gelbvieh will be selected from one of the 3 pens on the left.
First and foremost, give him a round of applause. Nice stalk. and they can even kick. I hope everybody, a pin of 3, carload shows everything, bulls are supposed to be turned loose. I hope you like this concept a little bit. I know they're on the holders, but coming out here, I think all of us can see the bulls better when we come out here, get them lined up. And I just think it's really an attractive deal when we have quality of this kind. Very, very close in the placings, I thought. Like I say, I like good cattle. Won't beat around the bush. Your middle pin will be your champion bulls. Would you bring them up? And then we're going to bring our second place up. Big, stout bulls. Tremendous numbers all the way. Particular development, sound. 3 bulls that really, really go well together. And these old bulls I'm going to use for champion, they got some stifle in them. I mean, they're stout. Deep, long, dang rib in them, Springer rib. And a lot of times anymore, judging these cattle, I sit around and watch these shows, and they get to talking about Springer rib, length of neck. I think our definition of Springer rib has changed. We come out, once upon a time, Springer rib is the curvature of the rib, how it comes out of the spine to build area for loin-eye. Seems to me anymore, they call a Springer rib how long and how flat and how deep it can be. Some of them call them belly draggers, but really appreciate the Springer rib. Through